It's Madden NFL 23, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Buffalo Bills. Coming up next.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Buffalo Bills. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And we are underway in Buffalo. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to go to the air right away. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. Now they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Following the interception, Mayfield can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes. And Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Nyheim Hines.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut him down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen step. How much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. On first down, they stick with Singletary. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he gets this up past the 30. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it. We just saw it there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 75 yards. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Here's Bass now to send it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. From the 29, Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. Hines now on the return. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And Cook has it left side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 43 yards rushing for him now. And he's carried the ball just 5 times. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Allen now looks to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 58 yards. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Rams ready to go on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Mayfield now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open. But I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the running.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
36 yards on the play.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. He finds his man, that's Sweeney. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And now his yardage after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs as the first half is winding down. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen Those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try to mount a comeback.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked out by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. So after the INT, it's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Got a man on the right sideline. That's McKenzie. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They run here with Singletary. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Allen going to try and keep it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And his pass incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Mayfield on first down. Akers back-to-back catches. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in here by Powell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down throw for Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Singletary again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week, but one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here, and they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.